This is the very most southern part of Arizona. Well, I'm about 2.5 miles from the Arizona-Mexican border. And the mountain that you see in the picture right now is a mountain that's about 3.5 miles past the border. All the residential areas that you see in the area are houses that are just north of the border. So the border is like right in that field. I forget the name of the mountain. It's a Mexican name. That's probably why I forget it. Some international names I can have trouble with. But if you look to the east here, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's actually raining, which is very uncommon in Arizona. But what you see is a valley which dips down to about 3,500 feet in elevation, and it ranges to about 5,000 feet in the area here. I'm about 4,700, 4,600 feet in elevation. So you can see it's a good range. When you get in the middle of the mountains, that's where it gets low, and the mountains is where it gets high, obviously. The Mule Mountains here extend up to close to 7,000 feet, I would imagine. And within the heart of the mountains is the town of Bisbee. It's a town that's built into the mountains. And what's really neat about it is, the buildings are actually built based on the terrain. Like a building could be standing on the ground, but the back of it could actually be into the wall of a mountain. And I'll show you in one of my later videos. But I'm just going to go around here. This is the elementary school that I'm standing next to while I'm doing this recording. Alright, to my west, here are the Huachuca Mountains. They start in a town called Fort Huachuca and end right at the Mexican border, as you can see. The mountain range is about 20 miles long. I'm not familiar with the name of all the canyons, but the two high canyons that you see here is Carr Peak and Miller Peak. Carr Peak is to the right, Miller Peak is to the left. Carr Peak is 9,200 and some odd feet. I'm not really sure exactly what the footage is on that, but Miller Peak is 9,466 feet, and that's the one I've been climbing several times. However, I've never had the opportunity to get a video shot up there, which I am going to get hopefully sometime this week. I do plan on climbing the mountain within a couple days. I haven't done so in almost 3 months, which is quite a while when I've been doing it like once every week or every other week for exercise. But other than that, it's a pretty open area. It's not very sunny today, which is good because it normally gets really hot. And it's a pretty nice view. I decided to shoot another video. I went up the hills a little bit, and here's a better view of the valley once these trees get out of the way. There's that mountain in Mexico that I was talking about in the last video. But as you can see, I'm about 1,000 feet higher than the valley here. I'm in an area called Coronado Memorial Park, I believe it is. Let me see what the sign says. Coronado National Memorial. I'm about ready to pass over a cattle guard here. And you get a better view of the valley here. So, yeah, I think it's really cool. And those are the Mule Mountains there, where Bisbee is, that I talked about also in the video. And over here, I think you can get a little glimpse of the mountains up north. I forget if they're the Sierras or not, but they're up by a town called Benson, which is about 40 miles north of Coronado National Memorial. So, yeah, it's a pretty neat area. And I'm about ready to pass what is called an adobe house, which is kind of common in Arizona. These houses are designed to take the radiation from the sun. As you can see, looks like a gingerbread house. Gets me hungry looking at it. you know, like I want to eat it. But other than that, it's a very nice view. You know, a lot of people want to build regular houses in this area, but they just don't understand that the sun is very harsh here because of the lack of moisture in the air, so we get more radiation. And what happens is, when the roof sustains a lot of sun, you know, it starts to break up. It ages real quick. And adobe houses are designed to be able to take the sun. And that's why if I ever get a house in the area, I'm going to make sure that I get an adobe one. I'm actually pretty far south of where I used to be in the last video. I was only like about a half mile from the border, the Mexican border. So I'm driving up the road here, and pretty soon I'm going to get to an intersection right near the elementary school that I was at. But anyway, I just wanted to show you a short clip of the area of Coronado National Memorial. Here's a short clip of Carr Canyon and Miller Canyon close by. Just figured I was heading by it, so it looks kind of neat from this point of view. You can see how many different peaks there are actually around there. When you're far away, you don't really see that much, but when you're close up, you can see how the different shapes all of a sudden pop up. It doesn't look the same as it did when you were 5 or 6 miles away. So right now I'm heading towards Sierra Vista, and passing through a construction site here, so just have to be a little careful. But yeah, it does seem like a very nice area, and you might be able to see another glimpse of the mountains once that small hill gets out of the way. And there you have it.